What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, you guys see the title, The Truth About My Hair Transplants. Now, this is the part where many of you are going to get very pissed off because it's 100% clickbait. I did not get hair transplants. And I didn't realize that my hair would be such a big fucking topic by letting it grow out. And it turned out that a lot of people are not just surprised, like they're asking questions and shit. Like I'm like, what the fuck? People on my Instagram, they knew that I was growing my hair out, and they kind of saw it in the different stages too. Because Instagram Lives, I tune in at least 4 days a week. That I do like an hour Instagram Live when I'm driving to train my clients in Maryland, and we talked about it like on there and stuff. So about a couple months ago, well, first let's start out with this, right? So as you kind of evolve and change and mature, or maybe get immature, or whatever the case may be, you know, you sometimes look at yourself in the mirror and you go, yeah, I just don't look right. And, you know, I change my appearance very frequently. I mean, I think 2012 was the last time I actually had hair. I grew out in 2012 or 2011, and I had like a faux hawk, like the little fucking spike mohawk that was like more fashionable. I had one of those. And there were times that I did like the faux hawk with like a really thin lined beard and mustache, or just beard, not mustache. I've done like goatees. You've seen me with those. I've had the Buff Bagwell goatee, which is like a very thin goatee with like the strip down the middle. I've done the strip. I've done, excuse me, the soul patch, I think it's called. I've done the faux hawk. I've done a flat top. I've done like the hair brushed down, like the Caesar look, which I've done all these different things. And there were times where within 1 week, I would have 2 different haircuts, 3 different haircuts, different facial hair. Like I'd start out with a beard. I'd trim the beard down so it was just like a goatee. Sometimes I would trim the mustache off. It was just the bottom. And, you know, my wife Erin will laugh and say she never knows what she's going to come home and what I'm going to look like. It's like cheating on me with me because she doesn't know what I'm going to look like. And it wasn't until I really started growing out the beard till I learned how thick my beard really is. And I'm like a fucking werewolf. Like it literally starts right at my lip. And it's thick all the way up to here, which I'm like going to grow out a little bit up here now. You guys can see where it actually grows up to like where my eyes, kind of my cheekbones right underneath my eyes are. And I just kind of looked at myself and I said, you know what? Like I'm evolving. I'm changing. I'm not the same guy anymore in many ways. And I just don't feel like I look like me. Like I feel like the way that I look doesn't really represent who I am anymore. And this is something that takes place throughout society, pop culture, all over the place. If you look at Metallica, Madonna, any of these people that have been around a long time, they change. I mean, even you watching this, you don't look the same as you did more than likely, you know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. We evolve, we change. And sometimes we, you know, like get different haircuts, like, you know, just, it depends on what you feel like. And I'm kind of the person where like, I do what I feel. You know what I mean? I really try to do what I feel. I say what I feel. I do what I feel. That's just kind of my thing. So I was looking in the mirror like a couple months ago and I said, you know what? I wonder how much hair is left up there. So I always joke about being bald and shit. And truth be told, I wasn't bald. My hair is thin, but I wasn't bald. Like I wasn't one of those guys that I couldn't shave and it was only hair around the fucking back here. That wasn't me. It was thin, you know, and my hair's still thin, but it's really kind of thinner in the back, like in the back over here. But if you look at my hair, you can see the fucking hair that I just kind of keep slicked down. Now I had a scar on the front of my head from getting hit when I was younger, that it's always been kind of thin right here because it never grew back after I used to pick the scab off and stuff, but the hair never really grew back there. And that kind of bothered me, that little bit in the front right there, where you can see this little kind of dig right here. That kind of bothered me and stuff. And as I'm getting older, I really don't care. Like, I don't care what people think. That little scar doesn't bother me. The scar on my eyebrow here doesn't bother me. The scar on my eyebrow here doesn't bother me. The scars on my knuckles don't bother me. Like, things that used to bother me just don't bother me anymore. So I'm like, why try to hide who I really am? Fuck it. I'll do what I feel today. If I feel like shaving my head tomorrow, you might tune in and I'll fucking be bald tomorrow. It'll be whatever I want when I want it. And whatever everybody thinks, they can get fucked. Like, I just don't care anymore. So I said, you know what? Let me see what's up there. And I let it grow out a little bit. Because, like, if you don't shave your head for a day, you could feel the stubble. And there was still stubble up there. It wasn't smooth. It was, like, smoother towards the back, but it wasn't smooth on top. And I was like, you know, I don't think that much has fallen out. And, of course, you get the people saying, go ahead and grow it out, Jerry. And they make fun of me and stuff. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And, you know, even though I got made fun of, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to grow it out. So I started growing it out, and my wife was like, what are you doing? She's like, because you go through these very stupid phases. There's nothing you can do. When you start growing your hair out from a bald head, you look fucking stupid. And you go through different phases, and I learned throughout the years, because I used to shave my head in high school. That's the first time I shaved my head. Zipped it down, and when you let it grow back out, you're like, fuck. So, like, for me, when I let it grow out, I can't just let the whole thing grow out. It looks stupid. I look so fucking dumb. I look like some kind of weird chia pet. Like, I just look weird. So what I do is I let the top grow out, and I just keep trimming the sides up. And as it kind of grows out, I'll wear a hat for about 4 weeks, mostly. And then after 4 weeks, I have enough to where I can kind of spike the hair a little bit and do a little bit with it. And then I, you know, cannot wear a hat and look okay. And I let it grow out, and a lot of it is gray. I'll be honest with you guys. This is dyed. You know, I dyed my hair because I looked at myself in the mirror, it was gray, and I said, right now how I feel like this doesn't represent really who I am. It doesn't make me feel like myself when I see the gray hair. Maybe at some point I will. Maybe I'll let it go fucking totally gray. I don't know, but it's going to be what I feel and on my terms and how I want to do it. So I decided to grow it out. I dyed it. I keep clipping the sides and stuff up. You know, like this is all, you can see it's all fucking very gray and shit over here. So I'm like, whatever. You know, like the beard's got some gray in it, and I dye that when I fucking feel like it. I let it grow out when I feel like it. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to let it grow out and see where it's at. Now, I may actually grow all of it out. Just like it's getting longer now. Like grow the fucking top out, grow all of it out. I might do fucking cornrows. I might do fucking dreads. I'll do whatever the fuck I feel like. But I didn't realize so many people would be like, Jerry, how the fuck did you grow your hair back? And I'm like, I was shaving my head. Like, I never really once said, well, my hair's all gone and I can't fucking grow it back. You know, like, and I don't know, and it was never a topic that I thought was fucking that big of a deal. You know, so I was just like, whatever, like, who gives a fuck about my hair? Nobody's gonna give a fuck if I grow it out or shave my head. No one gives a shit. You know, and then, surprisingly, people give a shit. It was a big topic at the fucking expo this past weekend in Orlando. I mean, shit, it was a topic when I went on RX Muscle with Dave Palumbo. Dave was like, what's with the hair? You know what I mean? Because I don't think Dave's actually seen me with hair since I've actually become friends with him. So, you know, I'm like, well, I don't really feel like I have to explain myself, but, I mean, I'm sure people out there wondering, people that actually care about me, that want to know what's going on, are curious and be like, what the fuck? I thought he was bald. And then people are like, Jerry, when did you get hair transplants? And that's when I was like, fuck. Now we got to just talk about it. So when you get hair transplants, they fucking cut, like, through your head. They, like, fucking zip all that fucking shit off and leave, like, a scar and shit. And I was like, you know, my hair's not that thin where I need fucking hair transplants yet, but I was like, I don't really want to go the hair transplant route. Let's just see what's there now. So once people thought I had hair transplants, they did the same thing with Rich Piano. Rich didn't have hair transplants. And they were like, Rich has hair transplants. He's like, no, I don't, motherfuckers. Then when he got them, nobody believed he got them. Like, well, you said you don't have them. He's like, well, look how thick it is now. And they were like, yeah, but you said. He's like, look at the fucking scar on my head. Like, they didn't believe him. So I guess you just kind of, people are going to think what they're going to think. But I get a lot of questions about my fucking hair. And I was just like, okay, let's address this. No, I didn't get hair transplants. Yes, I decided to grow it out. Yes, it's gray. Yes, I dye it. Yes, I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Yes, my wife likes it. Yes, my friends like it. Yes, I think it makes me look different. It makes me look more like I feel right now. And, you know, two things that I think, as a 43-year-old man that I didn't really, well, one thing that I didn't have to use back then is like a hair thickener. So I don't know anything about this shit. So I was like, let me just fucking do some research, and fucking everything that you find can be either have a bunch of good reviews or a bunch of bad reviews. So like, I'm not sponsored by this company. I don't know anything about them. I found it at fucking CVS. Figured I'd give it a try, and it actually fucking works to thicken your hair. It's called, put it in the thing over here, fucking something or other hair thickener. The Nanogen. That's kind of funny. It sounds like a fucking steroid or something. Nanogen hair thickener. You just spray it in your hair, and then to get it to work, you have to fucking blow dry your hair. I haven't blow dried my hair in like fucking 20 years. So I go into my wife's bathroom and I take her fucking hair dryer and I put it on like the super high heat. And I fucking went through my head with it and stuff, made sure it was dry. When I was done, it was thicker. I was like, holy shit, it thickens it. Now, I don't really understand how it works. It's got some kind of keratin or some shit like that in it. Contains keratin. It's soothing niacinamide to help care for your scalp, which I thought was pretty good. It helps care for your scalp. But one thing that I used to use when I was younger, my fucking mustache is going up my nose over here. One thing that I used to use when I was younger and I use now, which keeps my hair, like it keeps it stuck to my head like this, so it gives it shape. It's still a little bit short to be letting go and it just fucking looks a little weird, is this fucking spiker glue shit. This stuff is like super glue. You fucking put it in your hair, it's like waterproof. I can get shot in the fucking head right now and a bullet will bounce off of this shit. And I used that stuff when I was younger. They make out like a yellow version of this too. I think it's called Bedhead or something like that, got to be. That stuff's pretty good, but this stuff will really hold this shit to your head and keep it in place if you have short hair. You really don't want to be fucking with it all the time. So I get up in the morning, I put fucking this shit in it, and then I fucking blow dry it, and then I put this fucking shit in, and I'm fucking good to go. I go to the fucking gym. Now, I do diet. Like, I use hair dye, which is fucking obvious, and a little trick many of you may not know. So if you buy Just for Men, which is the predominantly used hair dye for men, it's like one application, you put it in fucking gloves, you rub it in your hair, it fucking makes a mess. Okay, whatever. Well, I decided I was going to try the Just for Men beard dye that I use in my beard on my head, because it dyes the coarser hair on your face a lot darker and a lot better, and it lasts a lot longer. So I was like, let me put that shit in my fucking head. Now, that's what I dye the hair in my head with. The actual beard dye, I dye my fucking head with it, which is why it gets so fucking dark. And the beard dye for Just for Men, you get 5 servings out of that one for your hair. So I'm like, wait a minute, you're trying to tell me this shit's fucking cheaper. It's not a liquid, it's a gel. It fucking works better, lasts longer, and it doesn't make your hair fall out or anything. I used to use it fucking when I was younger and shit. I did the same thing when I was a pro wrestler. I used to use the beard dye to fucking dye my whole head. And I was like, I'm just going to go fucking try that again. I've done it so many times, and this is the outlook that I get. I get the fucking slick back look. Now, it kind of like, I have a, the way it grows in, it kind of grows to the side like this. So I just kind of push it back into the side. You'll see it go straight back on this side and kind of over to the side here, and it kind of flips over. That's just kind of how my hair naturally grows like that. But it was never about like trying to, you know, fucking like trick people. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would I? It doesn't make any sense when people are like, well, Jerry, why are you fucking saying you're bald if you're not? I'm like, I was just shaving my fucking head. Like, what's the big fucking deal? I didn't realize my bald head, which people made fun of and said I look like fucking Uncle Fester, or I look like a fucking dick, or like a penis with fucking, you know, penis with ears. I didn't know that would be a big deal if I was bald. I didn't know it'd be a big deal if I grew my hair. I didn't know if I shave a fucking mohawk tomorrow, I don't know if that'll be a big deal. But the thing is, I'm just happy. And I'm honored that anybody even gives a shit what I do with my fucking hair at any given time. Like, it really actually makes me feel good when people notice and they go, you're dyeing your hair, or you're dyeing your hair. You're growing your hair out. I think you were bald. Oh, that's fucking cool. Like, people are like positive about it. And I'm like, that's fine. I really haven't got any negativity, to be totally honest with you. I've got zero negativity. I was at an expo this weekend and there was just positivity about it, you know, and people are like, oh, you look younger, you look better. You know, some people didn't even realize I grew my hair out. They're like, something different about you. You look a lot younger. Have you been getting more sleep? And I'm like, what? I have fucking hair. You know, I've never let my beard grow this long either. Like, my beard is, oh, it's so gray underneath. Look at that. Holy shit. So apparently you're supposed to dye it underneath too, not just the front. My beard technically is down here. This is my chin. And it's actually that long now. So it's about fucking that long. Which I've never grown my beard up before, which I think, you know, overall I like the fucking look. I just feel like me, and I feel good. I feel confident. I feel happy. I don't want to say younger, because technically I feel young all the time. Especially since I took the psilocybin. I don't know if you guys, if you were on Instagram, you knew about that, but I used psilocybin about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and it clears up all joint pains and stuff like that. It completely destroys anxiety, completely destroys depression. It's a really amazing thing that are actually being studied right now by scientists. It's on the fast track by the FDA to use psilocybin for anxiety and depression. So this video, boy, it went in a different direction all over the place. But anyways, so that is my clickbait video for my hair. If you guys have any fucking questions, I don't really know how to answer them, because, again, it's just something that I just did for me personally. I wanted to do it, and it seems that people are responding better to it. But, I mean, you know, you shouldn't stay the same all the time. You should change your appearance if you feel like it. Like, when I was bigger, obviously, you know, I walked around bigger, and now I'm smaller. Like, my appearance changed. My physique changes. I didn't have tattoos before. I have tattoos now. I didn't have hand tattoos. I have hand tattoos. You know what I mean? I didn't used to have a nose ring. I have a nose ring. I know half of you guys fucking hate that shit, but I'm just being me. You know what I mean? And that's a very powerful thing that I feel, is to just be yourself and be you and do your fucking thing. Like, yeah, maybe there's not a lot of 40 years olds walking around out there with beards that are long like this and their hair slicked to their fucking head, shaved, you know, and shave the rest of their head. Maybe there's, I don't know. But I know there's me. I know I'm out there fucking doing it. So if I'm out there doing it, I hope that everybody else is out there doing their shit and enjoying their life and being whatever the fuck they want to be. But you can't be a tow truck. You just can't be a tow truck, okay? You can be whoever you want to be, but not a tow truck. But you're not going to get that joke. It's from Instagram too. Anyways. But anyways, guys. So that's my thing, guys. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I decide what I want to do, where I want to go, etc., etc. And it's all about making my life better and more fulfilled. And that's an example that I want to set for you guys. Like, everything that I do it for me, but I do it to show everybody else also that you can change. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can own businesses. You can be your own boss. You can fucking change your hairstyle. You can grow a beard. You can shave it. Even if you're a woman and you want to grow a fucking beard, go for it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. And don't let people persuade you or try to control or basically try to fit their ideals of what they think you should be. Be your own person, be yourself, and do whatever the fuck you want to do. If people don't fucking dig it, let them go on and do their own shit. You know what I mean? They got their own reality, you got your own reality. Create your own reality. Create your own life. Create everything that you want to be you, that's good for you, and makes you be a better you. And in the end of the day, that's all you can hope for, and that's pretty much how I plan on living the rest of my life. So hopefully you guys are not too pissed about the clickbait, because I figured I'd put it up as the clickbait, because I know people are going to go, holy fuck, I knew it. You know what I mean? And then watch a video and be like, fuck, he uses these 2 stupid products. What an asshole, you know? So, sorry to break the bubble, guys, but I did not get hair transplants. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStraining.com is the blog. It's No Hairy Bicep, and we are out.